budget ASRock motherboards will get the function of overclocking locked Alder Lake processors. Intel or AMD? Who do you think makes processors better? We would like to point out that these two sentences could be discussed if we trusted our readers to defend this or that position, citing facts or refuting other people's statements with the help of cultural and intellectual rhetoric. But not today, because we have some interesting news. Still, each company has its own strengths and weaknesses. For example, thanks to high clock speeds, Intel often wins games. But AMD has more cores, which allows you to get ahead in complex work tasks. Some time ago, the Reds offered the best price-performance ratio, but today the Blues are ahead by a huge margin in this indicator. But there is one characteristic that is often cited by fans of Lisa Su's key one, proving the victory of AMD and the greed of Intel. We are talking about the possibility of overclocking. The fact is that you can buy a budget Ryzen 3 3100 along with the A520 motherboard, and then easily raise the processor clock speed and experiment with memory. At the same time, Intel is much more complicated. If you want to become an overclocker, then you will have to look in the direction of expensive processors with an unlocked multiplier and a motherboard on a flagship chipset. Simply put, a ticket to the world of overclocking for buyers of Intel products is much more expensive. Often fans of the blue team claim that they do not need overclocking from the word at all. They may be right, but not taking the opportunity and not having it are 10 different things. Apparently, ASRock decided to correct the annoying omission, because all motherboards of the 600 series will be able to overclock processors with a locked Alder Lake multiplier. Curiously, we are talking not only about the rather cheap H670 chipset, but also about the B660, as well as the ultra-budget H610. Overclocking technology means support for the base frequency boost function, which allows you to reach the maximum standard clock frequencies for a long time. That's right, you will not be able to raise the clock frequency above the set 1, but it is quite possible to get a more powerful stone. You need to understand that you will have to put up with higher power consumption, and on some models you should think about replacing the standard cooler, which is clearly not intended for such experiments. This is a clear step forward, which, along with the ability to overclock RAM, opens up a lot of opportunities without overpaying.